Hi everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video on the latest change that I did in my craft room in my spare bedroom. Those of you that know me well know that I have two craft areas, and this is a big giant industrial shelf, and so the top two shelves I have filled with decorative boxes and decorative suitcases. And then on the second shelf, I have about 3 inches deep, if that, and then all the way across I have that's my only display area. And then on my printer right there, I have a little bit of space to put some gifts that people made for me, and that's it. I don't have anywhere else in my home. So anyways, so this third shelf, I still have my printer there, and then to the right of that, if you've seen previous pictures, I used to put my laptop there, but I'm reorganizing because my husband wants me back in my craft room, and he doesn't want me so much in my second craft area other than to use that as storage but not to craft, and that's in my living room. And then that's my bottom shelf, and that has papers, punches, and then it has some jewelry, and then it has some metal charms, and it goes back further. And then I have this mess over here that I'm working on. So and then this right here, I think I'm just going to use as the caddy, and I think I'm going to remove that top part off. Anyways, so in place of, let me zoom in a little bit, in place of the laptop, I have 4 little tiny cubes right here, and the bottom 2 cubes that let me scoot closer. Sorry guys. Let me just move these out of the way so you can kind of see. I have identical to this one side by side, and so I put some cubes here, and this won't be a computer desk for me anymore. I'll have to work off my table, so I'm gonna have to figure out something with my table. But I wanted to kind of make it like a little current, so like whatever season we're in, I want this to kind of be the stuff that I want to work with for that season. So like right now it would be Valentine's and spring. So I moved this from my living room in here, and it takes up pretty much the depth of my utility storage. And so, and then so I have like in here I have dies and stamps for this current season, and anything that I think I might play with, I put that in this drawer. And then the same thing here. And then the top one is kind of boring. This one just has like glue sticks and like red line tape, stuff like that. And then here, this whole box is filled to the brim with the greeting cards from Michaels. You know, they're in the $1.50 bin. And then the next one of the suitcase, that one has plain cards where I can create cards. And then the next one I'm gonna fill with embellishments from that one caddy that I told you I'm thinking of taking the top off. And then the next 2 cubes here, I'm gonna put the current paper that I want to play with in there, you know, for this season. And then in that box box is filled with embellishments. And then up here, I got this little thingy from Daiso. And I'm going to go back and get some more, as I can probably fit 2 more across. And then there's another one from Daiso, and that holds all my sprays that I've never used. And then hanging off of the Daiso thingy, I have like all this sequins, and then I have washies that have the little hole that I can hang off of the basket. So it's just kind of a cool way to make use of space. And then I have more sprays in there, and then other stamps that I fit in the slot that I think I want to play with. And then in here is more greeting cards, paper pads. So if I get a phone call, or if my husband calls and I need to do something, I have my little pads there to write stuff down. And I have more adhesives in there. I have some pens, some scissors. So I'm trying to make, since I have to come back in the room and craft in here full time, I've got to kind of make it work for me that I can access stuff easily. And then I will eventually get into here and do more destashing and purging so that I can kind of free up the space to make it a little more useful. And then I think I'm gonna redo my candy station and make it a little bit smaller and pack some of the milk glass away. And so that's what I'm doing. I just kind of wanted to share with you, since I have really small spaces, and some of you maybe could use a tip, or maybe not. I don't know, maybe you can share with me your ideas. So that's what I'm doing. I packed up all my Christmas stuff, and that's put away in some decorative boxes. And then I think I'm going to downsize all my decorative boxes that are in the back. I don't know that I'll sell them, because people may not want to pay the shipping. It might be cheaper for them to buy than to buy from me and pay shipping on that. So we'll see what I'm going to do with those. So that's it. That's all I want to share. And I'm working on this table. And then these are my 2 clip it ups. I'll keep those. And then back there I have shelves, floor to ceiling, and that's all my store pretty much. Some stuff is personal stuff. And then over here, that's all my personal stuff. And then this is like, a lot of it is my personal stuff here. And then across on the second shelf, those are all my handbags, and yeah, everything's like all my personal stuff from there. That's my little baby buggy, but I have stuff in there. But I'm working on my room. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.